Okay, so I'm here with Maxi, and what we're going to look at today is what's called the crook or the grapevine. Now, this is not a takedown in and of itself. It's more like a staging position or a launch pad, if you want to call it, for several other fairly high impact and dynamic takedowns. So the way it works is we're here, we have our standard collar and elbow grips, right hand on collar, left hand on sleeve, neutral position, right foot slightly forward. Now I'm attacking Maxi's left leg, which as always means I need him to take a big step forward with that left leg or a big step back with his right leg. That's your choice, but in this case, let's say I make him take the step forward, which opens up my ideal angle for the crook. So the way it works is I do a little shuffle step in, my right leg goes in between his, weaves around, and I bolt my toes to his shin on the other side. So this is my crook. On the other side of the Atlantic in the US, this was more commonly called the grapevine. Fairly self-explanatory because I'm weaving my leg around his like a grapevine. The crook was what it was called in Ireland, and where that name came from is, crook is the curved top of a shepherd's stick that he would use to pull sheep out of rivers or bushes or whatever. So this is my crook, and I've just crooked Maxi's leg. So, as I said, this is not a takedown in and of itself. This is just a launch pad for several other things that we'll look at in subsequent videos. But basically, my leg goes in between his, weaves around, and I bolt to his shin. That is my crook. So the lower body is fairly universal. If you want to crook someone, this is how you do it. Now, the upper body, you have slightly more options. Again, not many options because it being collar and elbow, you have to have your two hands here at all times. Fixed grip style, if I release my grips at any point, I can see the fall. So where my hands are set in stone. Where I do have some options is what I do with my elbow. So my collar arm. The elbow, when I crook him, I can, again, we'll get you to take a step forward here, I can either put my elbow in here in his armpit and use this to like push him a little bit in this direction, thus making his leg light, or I can pop my elbow up and start pushing his head down and using that to take a little bit of weight off the crooked leg instead. So again, personal preference, whether you want to have your elbow here in the armpit, to use that to push him off balance and elevate him slightly here using this frame, or if you're more comfortable, this elbow can come up instead and you can punch him. Personal preference, how long your arms are, how tall I am versus how tall he is. Find one that works for you. I personally prefer the elbow in the armpit and using this as a frame to elevate him instead. But again, that is not anything approaching a set in stone rule. So just quick recap. We're here, we're in our neutral position. I make Maxi take a big step forward with his left leg. I shuffle step in, boom, get my crook. And again, here, either elbow in the armpit to push him and elevate him, or elbow over the top and punch and drive him down instead. So this is my crook position. And again, from here, from this launching pad, I have several different options, but we're going to look at those in a subsequent video.